The night was calm when the Harris family arrived at their new home. From the outside, the house looked ordinary. But sometimes, the most ordinary places hide the darkest secrets. Daniel Harris, his wife Claire, and their teenage son, Jack, had just moved in. Daniel's new job had brought them here, and they thought the quiet countryside would be a fresh start. But from the very first night, something felt wrong. It began with small things. Jack swore he heard footsteps in the hallway when no one was there. Claire kept finding doors half open, though she remembered locking them. And Daniel, trying to sleep, thought he heard whispers coming through the walls, words he couldn't understand, like someone speaking in the next room. At first, they laughed it off. New house noises, they told themselves. Old pipes, creaky floors. But deep down, they all felt it. This house wasn't empty. One evening, Claire was unpacking in the kitchen when she noticed something strange. The window above the sink showed the garden in the back, but for a split second, she thought she saw a figure standing there. A woman, pale, motionless, staring at her. When Claire blinked, the garden was empty again. That night, Jack called for his parents. His voice was shaking. "There's someone in my room." Daniel rushed upstairs. Jack pointed to the corner, his face pale. "She was right there. A woman. She was whispering to me." But the corner was empty. Only shadows stretched across the room. Daniel wanted to believe his son was imagining things, but something deep inside told him otherwise. The days grew heavier. Every night, the family heard strange noises, a door slamming upstairs, faint singing echoing through the halls, the sound of someone walking just above their heads in the attic. Finally, Daniel decided to check the attic himself. The ladder creaked as he climbed up, flashlight in hand. The air was thick with dust. Old furniture was scattered around, covered in sheets. For a moment, it was silent. Then he saw it. Against the far wall, scratched deep into the wood, were words. "Leave. She is mine." Daniel's blood ran cold. He backed away slowly, his flashlight trembling in his hand. When he returned downstairs, Claire knew something was wrong. He didn't tell her what he'd seen. He just said, "We should think about moving again." But before they could leave, something happened. On their final night in the house, Claire woke up to the sound of soft singing. It was coming from Jack's room. She ran down the hallway, opened the door, and froze. Jack was sitting on the floor, eyes wide open, humming a tune he'd never heard before. And standing behind him, barely visible in the shadows, was the faint outline of a woman. Long hair, a pale face, empty eyes locked on Claire. Claire screamed. In an instant, the figure vanished, and Jack collapsed, unconscious. They left the house the next morning. Daniel didn't argue. None of them did. They never went back. But sometimes, late at night, Claire swears she can still hear her son humming that same tune in his sleep. And the worst part? Jack doesn't remember any of it.